welcome back to the Matchday Tavern. How are we all doing, everyone? We are live for Tranmere Rovers versus Rochdale in the Carabao Cup. Carabao Cup, 1st of August. It's nearly time, isn't it? It's very nearly time for proper club football. I mean, listen, this is proper club football. We had a great game last night with Dundee United holding Rangers, frustrating Rangers back in the Scottish Premiership. That was the opener for the Scottish Premiership. And we've got Tranmere Rovers in action today. Prenton Park. Should be a really, really good game, this one. We watched a fair bit of Rochdale last year. They have got some changes to the lineups. Both sides today. These are Rovers starts up front for Rochdale. We will go through the lineups in just a moment. They are on your right-hand side if you want to watch them. If you want to see them early, but we will go through them in just a moment. How is everyone doing in the chat? Lovely to see everyone. For a slightly earlier stream, feels like all the streams we've been doing over the last couple of months have all been at daft o'clock, haven't they? 10 o'clock, midnight, 3 in the morning, and now we've got a nice, lovely 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Fantastic. Brilliant to see. This one is on Sky Sports Plus, by the way, if you do want to watch along with me. Sky Sports Plus, you can get this one on. So, you'll need to, you'll need to go to Sky Sports Plus and push the red, Sky Sports, push the red button. I think Falkirk are on. They're the 3 o'clock game on Sky Sports. So if you want to watch it on Sky Sports Plus with me, more than welcome to. I'd love you to. Come on. There you go. That's what we wanted right there. So yes, Sky Sports 501. Not 581. Come on, Key. Sort your life out, mate. 501. Excuse me. Who have we got in the chat? City of Northville, good to see you. AJ says 2-0 to Tranmere for this one. Okay. Love that. Okay, live EFL Cup. There you go. Tranmere versus Rochdale, Saturday, 3 p.m. York versus Crawley in the EFL Cup is on Monday at 7:30 p.m. Bristol City Walsall, Thursday, 7:45. Wycombe Stevenage, Friday, 7:45. As is Wolves against Port Vale. But we're going to be watching Middlesbrough versus Wrexham. That's Friday, 8 o'clock in the Carabao Cup. So that should be a cracker. But hey, let's get stuck into this one first. 8 minutes to kick off. Tranmere, Rochdale, Prenton Park. We'll go through both sides shortly. What's everyone up to today? How you all feeling? I hope you're all good. Hope your family's good. Hope your life's good. Hope you're feeling positive. I hope your plans, whatever your goals are in life, you're working towards them. 1% closer every day. Matty, good to see you back, mate. Love that you've been to Turkey, haven't you? How was Turkey? How's it going, Aftab? MW Key, who's your local? My local team? I don't know, you know. As the crow flies, I genuinely don't know who my local team is. Up the Rovers. Yes, Rovers. Honestly, I think so. I was born in St Helens. That's where I grew up. Probably tell from the accent. I'm a wool. I don't profess to be anything other. So, as the crow flies from like where my house was growing up, it could be Liverpool, could be Everton, could be Tranmere, could be Stockport. Stockport are one of the closest teams to the Mersey, aren't they? That could be any number of teams. I had a nice little selection of teams. Could be Marine. I don't know. God knows. Could be a fair few teams and clubs, but there wasn't any in St Helens. St Helens don't really have a professional team. St Helens. I have been and watched St Helens Town play, and I did play briefly for St Helens Town when I was a nipper, but they're not really a team. Not really. It's not a team you can watch on telly anyway. St Helens Key, give me a high 6. Hey, on both feet. Key, do you not like Arsenal or just the way they play? Just the way they play, mate. It's nothing to do with Arsenal. I ain't got an issue with Arsenal as a club. Just hate the way you play. That's all it is. Finners Matty, it was good, thanks, Key. Very hot. Food at the hotel wasn't the best. Same every day. I mean, hey, that's. I mean, if you're all inclusive, that's what it is like, isn't it? Pretty much everywhere you go. Go the Whittle. Up the Whittle. City of Northville, I don't know if I'd go that far, but I fully expect Spurs to get Europa at least. Well, yeah, I was going to say, apparently it is quite a good performance from Spurs earlier today against Chelsea. Sir Wigan's close. Well, yeah, Wigan, up the ticks. I've been to many a Wigan game as well. AJ, what app has the most views? Kickoff? Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Absolutely no idea. Jaden, that's fair enough, to be fair. I don't like the way we play either. Honestly, most Arsenal fans I spoke to last season felt the same. Like, I wasn't digging out the players, the fans. It's just the manager. I just think Arteta's boring and they need better. They deserve better. What channel is it on? It's on Sky Sports Plus. So if you go to Sky Sports main event, the 501, if you've got Virgin or Sky Sports or whatever, go to that, click the red button, you'll be on. That's what we're watching it on. Tranmere against Rochdale. Drew James, Tranmere to win this one 3-0. Okay, well, let's go through the lineups. Because I don't want to miss that. The players are in the tunnel. They're about to come out. So, be a little bit of scouting going on here as well. Because there are some young players involved. A couple who are on loan from other clubs as well. So, we'll start with Rochdale. In goal, Nils Ramming, the young Swedish goalkeeper, Nils Ramming. He is a Brighton goalkeeper, a Brighton prospect, very, very highly thought of. He is in goal for the Dale. Left back is Bryant Bilongo. Ebanks Landell. Ethan Ebanks Landell, formerly of Wolves and has bounced around the Football League, the veteran centre-half. He's at the back alongside Sam Sherring and Toby Adebayo Rolling. Then in midfield, they've got Ryan East alongside Edward Francis. Harvey Gilmore off the left. Kean Hayes off the right. Luke Hannant, who arrived at Rochdale from Oldham. He is just behind the main man, Emmanuel Dizarovwe. 27 goals, 7 assists. 34 goals and assists in 42 appearances last season. He was the star for the Dale. So that's the Rochdale lineup for Tranmere. In goal, it is Harrison Mayle, formerly of York City. We watched him for York last season. At the back, they've got O'Connor, Smith, Turnbull, Senior and Slater as the wing-backs. It's more of a 3-4-2-1 formation for Tranmere. Finlay and Conlon in midfield. Jordan Davis and Charlie Whittaker in the two sort of number 10s just off Joe Ironside. Joe Ironside, the lone centre-forward for Tranmere Rovers today. Opinions on the new Vinny news? There is no new Vinny news. There is none. What do you think of Man United losing to Madrid? Again, is it that surprising? They lost against Wrexham the other day, so, you know, it's pre-season. It's pre-season. What are we saying? Vinny agreed personal terms with Arsenal. No, he didn't, mate. He didn't agree personal terms with Arsenal. Again, I think what you're getting confused, and in fairness, it seems to be a lot of Arsenal fans who are getting very confused about it. Vinicius Jr. doesn't want Arsenal. He wants Real Madrid. The fact his agent might have negotiated some outlandish figure with Arsenal. Honestly, this is he's literally using you. He's literally going to take it back to Real Madrid and say, here, listen, this is what they're prepared to give us. You guys need to use this and get a bit closer to this number. He's no intention of going. He's absolutely no intention of going. He's going nowhere near him. Let him have the moment. Let him have the little moment. But he's absolutely not. He's absolutely not going anywhere near little old Arsenal. Arsenal couldn't afford his wages. No, they couldn't. They couldn't afford his wages at all. He'd be on £500,000 a week. Real San Jewel, what channel is the game on? It's on Sky Sports Plus. Oliver Mackey, the referee today. And Whittaker, the bright young star of Tranmere Rovers, playing in that number 10 just behind Joe Ironside. What do you reckon, Key? Get Jones out? Yeah, I mean, I think he'll go. Yeah, I can't imagine Curtis Jones stays. Finners Matty, what qualifiers are you doing next week, Key? Let me tell you. So, we've got next week, Monday, we are doing Celtic versus Dundee in the Scottish Premiership. That's a Monday night, 7:30pm kickoff. On Tuesday, we're going to be doing Shamrock Rovers versus Ignatia from Albania. So we're back to Shamrock Rovers in the Europa League. We're going to be doing that on Tuesday night. That's going to be a good laugh. Wednesday, there really is not an awful lot of football available. So I thought, bugger it, we'll do Arsenal versus Real Betis in a pre-season friendly. So we'll do a bit of pre-season Arsenal on Wednesday, because there's literally nothing else on. There's no other games you could watch. 6th of August is going to be Jagiellonia Bialystok versus Rangers on the Thursday. And then, we're back to the Carabao Cup. Middlesbrough versus Wrexham on Friday night. Football talk. What team do you support, Key? I'm a Liverpool fan, sir. The game's off and underway here. Dale already pressing, but a long ball forward from Harrison Mail. Eddie Allen, hi, Key. Did you watch Dundee United Rangers last night? What was your thoughts? I did, yeah. We watched it. It was a mad game, wasn't it? I actually thought Dundee United should have won that one. Not the best of starts for Derek McInnes. It wasn't brilliant. Although I will say, I've been really impressed with the free transfers that Dundee United have picked up. I thought Randall on the right hand side was fantastic all day. He's someone they've picked up on a free transfer from Auckland in New Zealand, like just unbelievable. And the goal scorer, I mean, I didn't think he did particularly well, Lachlan Rose, but again, it's a free transfer from Australia they've brought in, and can't really knock it. Free kick to Tranmere on the left-hand side. Conlon's over it. Eddie, I'm a Dundee United fan. Randall, should have, shouldn't he? Oh, right at the end. Yeah, he was clean through. I feel really sorry for him, because obviously he got the assist, didn't he, for Lachlan Rose? And he was lively on that right-hand side. But once he's through, you've got to put your leg through it. Your foot through it. You could see Goodwin. Goodwin was just like, oh no. Can't believe he's not just lashed it. Tried a little dink. Tranmere with a ball in. Good header. Straight out of play. Too easy that for Ramming. It's Charlie Whittaker with the effort. What about Birmingham beating Barcelona? Did they really? I didn't know that. Shadow Ninja, how's it going, lad? Good to see you. Long time no see. What do you fancy? What do you fancy for Coventry this season? Drew, why would Vinny leave Madrid for Arsenal? It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. And also, I mean, Arsenal at this moment in time have got Madueke, Saka, Solis, and Martinelli. They've got 4 wingers. They've got 4 wingers. Why would they go and get another one? They're not going to get one. One last comment. I'm hoping for top 4. I'm rooting for you, mate, yeah. Need Sapsfin to step up a little bit more. With all due respect, Vinny Jr.'s better than all of them combined. I know, but that's not how football works, is it? Arsenal aren't going to sell one of those to get Vinny in. And they're not going to go into the season with 5 wingers. They would literally have to sell Martinelli first. And there's just no noise about that, is there? And not to mention, by the way, Arsenal haven't got just those 4. They've also got Dauman, who plays out wide. They've got Wanyeri, who plays out wide. They've got young players in those positions who they would want to give minutes to. Signing Vinny makes literally no sense. And if they do sign him, by the way, I actually think it'll destroy Arsenal from the inside out. They're going to have to pay him £500,000 a week. And that sets a chain of events that just get to everybody. There'll be loads of players who'll leave Arsenal. It'll be the worst thing that could happen to him. But it isn't going to happen because he's not interested in going. And I do mean that. I mean that in the nicest possible way. Tranmere are in. Must be. What a goal. Fast start. 4 minutes in. Rovers are in front. There it is. And it's that man, Charlie Whittaker. We thought it'd be him. He's on the thumbnail. Charlie Whittaker. 1-0 Rovers. Yes. Prenton Park erupts. 1-0. Get in there. Great goal. Really, really classy finish that. Nothing the young keeper could do. Poor defending, though, from the Dale. Really poor. Couldn't play out from the back. It was just a terrible ball forward. Rovers press. It's a good little incisive pass. Who plays that ball through to Whittaker? Who actually passes it through to him? Was it Conlon? I think it was. I think it was Conlon slides it through. Lovely little slide rule reverse pass. Whittaker runs onto it. Dinks it over the keeper. Lovely, lovely goal. KD, I feel like Vinny is just putting pressure on Real to pay him more. That's exactly what he's doing. Anyone with a brain can see that's exactly what he's doing. He's no interest in going to Arsenal. Zero interest. Absolutely zero. Real Sanjul, Tranmere have scored. They did, yes. City of Northville, I was shocked with Xavi's tactics today. He had no real answers. Even with a man advantage, Chelsea still couldn't score. I thought Liverpool messed up by not getting him. But now I'm not as sure. I think Xabi Alonso is going to do well at Chelsea this season, but I don't think he's a brilliant manager per se. I just think he'll do well by virtue of the fact that Chelsea don't have European football. They've got a pretty open calendar, haven't they? Finners, Matty, saw a video earlier. Keep, bench, sell, Esteval, Rio, Darman. Keep Rio, bench, Esteval, sell, Darman. I mean, there's only 2 of them scored winners in the Premier League so far. And yeah, assists and to be fair, Rio and Esteval both got regular sort of goals and assists last season. Darman got 1 when it was, the keeper was basically out of his net. So, yeah. Latifa Pancras says 2-2. Real Sanjil, where do you think newly promoted sides York and Rochdale get in League 2 this season? I'd like to see them stay up. Where do they finish? I really would like to see both stay up. I've got a bit of a soft spot for both York and Dale, so I'd quite like to see them stay up, but will they? Questionable. Lots of transfer business to do just yet. Joe, do many Liverpool players go to Tranmere Rovers? I mean, we've had some over the years. John Aldridge, of course, Liverpool legend, bounced between Rovers and Liverpool. Labbit, I don't know. It seems like a good deal to get one of the best left wingers in the world. I want to see how he does for us if he comes. Yeah, it's a great deal for Arsenal, but it's not a great deal for Vinny. Vinny's not going to go to Arsenal. Again, in the nicest possible way. I'm not just saying it to be like a hater. Get it out your mind. Any minute that Arsenal spend trying to secure Vinicius Jr. is a minute wasted. He has absolutely no interest in going there. Zero. He's using him. He just wants a new contract at Madrid. He's got to stay. Him and his agents have got to stay sort of interested. They've got to manufacture the interest because that's what's going to get Real Madrid back to the table, isn't it? That's ultimately the thing that's going to get Real Madrid to come and have a little nosy again and say, all right, fair enough. We'll raise the offer. We'll put it up a bit. Bobby McLennan, how are Rochdale losing? I mean, they've started really poorly. They've not got into the Tranmere Rovers half as yet, and it was a really, really tidy goal from Charlie Whittaker. Lovely little inside pass from Conlon. Whittaker runs onto it. Little dink over Ramming. Lab says, thoughts on Bruno G deal? Well, whether or not he actually goes. Again, it's a lot of money for a guy who's 29. Reece Lord, I've not liked how Rochdale have played this pre-season, but I just want to win here because we've not won a game yet. What do you think that Dale are missing? I guess and you talk about pre-season, but what do you think as a Dale fan? What are they missing going into this season? What's the reason that might sort of keep Dale maybe dragged into the relegation battle sort of thing? And again, has he got as Watson, Ian Watson, has he got a huge amount of money to play with? Have to say, it's going to be difficult. Oh, poor ball out to the right hand side, straight out for the throw in. Got to do better there. It was Francis tried to spray it out to the right hand side for Hayes. But he just couldn't quite get to it. Reece, all these players that we've lost, they were all key players. No, of course. I know, but this is the thing. Are they players that you've, I guess they're not easily replaceable. It was a silly question, but you know what I mean? Have you got huge gaps in the squad still, or is it more a question of, quality? You've replaced the players that you've sold, but maybe with players who are a little bit more inexperienced or not quite as good. Ball down the right-hand side. Dale standing up. Far post. Desiree header. Must be this time. It's there. It's 1-1. Equaliser. 10 minutes in. And it's East. It's been coming. It's just been a little bit more pressure for Dale in the last few minutes. And they've stood the ball up to the far post. I think it was Desiree got the header. It kind of bounced back. And East just rattled it into the roof of the net. 1-1. There you go. Goalfest at Prenton Park. Darrell Clarke is not happy. Defending was a bit all over the shop there, and Rovers won't be too impressed with that. There's going to be a post-mortem on this one, I think. The defenders just looking around at each other and saying, who was picking him up? Who was picking him up there? Lovely little long ball from the back. Ebanks Landell plays it out to Adebayo rolling. He stood the ball up to the far post. It was Desiree with the header. And yeah, just a bit of a nothing clearance really from Rovers. And it falls to East, who's kind of on his own on the 6-yard line. And he just rattles it in first time, left-footed, roof of the net. No chance at all for Harrison Mail that time. There you go. Dale back in it. And now Rovers up the other end. And we've been waiting for a goal fest. We've been waiting for like a 4-3 or something like that. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the good game we've been waiting for. Labby, where do you think United will finish this season? I think they'll have a little bit of a fall off. Not massive, but obviously a lot of extra fixtures to consider. So they didn't have that last year. They only played about 40 games. So playing 55, 60 is a different kettle of fish for United. Have they got the squad for it? I'm not entirely sure, especially at the back. I think United are a little bit... They've got quality, there's no doubt. I like Martinez, but he's a little bit vulnerable to injury. I like De Ligt, but again, a bit vulnerable to injury. So you're probably going to see the likes of Aiden Heaven get more game time. Harry Maguire's going to have another big season. And then where does that leave Lenny Yoro? Again, he's not really been trusted, has he, for a while? It looks like he's maybe an asset that United might sell. You don't really need 5 centre-backs, do you, if you're actually going to play a 4-4-2. So I would say United might be more of a 5th or a 6th this season. Obviously, there's still a while to go in the transfer window. Same with Liverpool. I think we'll probably be about there as well. I'm saying that as a Liverpool fan. I think we'll probably be about 5th or 6th. If we were to sign another 3 or 4 players, that might change some things. Number 1 security, goal fest. Watch this end 1-1 now. I know. I've jinxed it. I've done that before. Oh, AFCJ, thoughts on Vinny to Arsenal? He's not going. He's not going to Arsenal, mate. It's a Yeah, I don't want to. We keep talking every 5 minutes. Someone pops in and says, "What do you think about it?" I'll just say the same again. I don't mean to be short, but he's not going to Arsenal. He's really not going to Arsenal. He's using you to get money. That's all it is. He wants to stay at Madrid, and that should be crystal clear to every Arsenal fan. I can understand why you're getting a bit excited, but it's a non-starter. It's a total and utter non-starter. He's not going anywhere near Arsenal. You got more chance of me being in the squad for Arsenal next year than Vinny. Reece Lord, whoever wins this one plays Bradford away, right? Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll have to have a look. Strike! Oh, big effort that was. Who hit that one? Absolutely wonderful save from Ramming. That was a great effort. I think it was Finley driving forward from deep in midfield. Adebayo rolling, giving it away so cheaply. Whittaker picks it up. Lovely little play from Charlie Whittaker. Plays it in, and on the burst from deep, it was... it was Davis. Sorry, it was Davis. It wasn't Finley. It was Davis who picked it up, left-footed. It was flying in the top corner, and a wonderful save from Ramming. Corner kick to Rovers. Headed away. Easy. Are you going to be watching the York versus Crawley game? No, I won't be watching York and Crawley. That's Friday, isn't it? Yeah, Friday we're going to be doing Middlesbrough Wrexham. Russ Vernon, what app do you use for the graphics key? Which graphics? The thumbnail, the overlay. The overlay's custom built, mate. It's not an app. It's the overlay. It's just a custom built thing. HB, personal terms agreed. He wants to come if he doesn't renew. It's only a matter of time. Keep coping. All right, well, hey, listen, I don't expect I'll see you back next season because he ain't coming. He wants to stay at Madrid. That's his priority. And that should tell you everything. The fact that they're still talking about a negotiation, even though it's not like he's at Real Madrid and he's got a year left and Arsenal are knocking on the door and he's gone, wait, let's cancel those contract negotiations, Madrid. I only want to go to Arsenal. He's not interested in going to Arsenal. He's literally just holding that offer from Arsenal to say to Madrid, come on, put the offer up. Put it up over here. Come on. Geraldine Kelly, Rochdale 3, Tranmere 1. Russ Vernon overlay, I meant they look class. Oh, cheers, man. Thank you. It's, it comes at some considerable management. But yeah, thank you. Appreciate that, mate. Tranmere, far post. Oh, good defending from Dale. Tranmere have really come back into this. And it's still bouncing around in the 6-yard box. Oh, refs give a free kick. Dragos, oh mate, didn't see you since Arsenal win the Prem last season. Well, where have you been? I've been on every day. Every single day since. I've not been hiding away, mate. Labby, if you did, do you think he would perform well? Yeah, I mean, he's a good player. There's no doubt about that. I'm sure he would perform well. The York game is on Monday. Oh, so that's Monday the 10th, right? I think I've got Plymouth Exeter scheduled on the 10th. The old Cornish derby. Oh, that's got to be a penalty, ref, is it? No! Screams for a penalty for Dale. I tell you what, it looked a bit innocuous, that one. There was a massive claim for a penalty then for Rochdale. He gets in the area. It's a bit end-to-end this game now. Really good football. Charlie Whittaker picks it up. Remains to be seen how long Charlie Whittaker will stay at Tranmere. He had a great season last year. 12 goals and assists in 41 appearances from midfield. Came out of the Everton Academy, of course, Charlie Whittaker. That's one that Everton probably will regret letting go. I think he's a fabulous player. Fully fledged gunner. My name's Key, and I hate watch Arsenal games for clout. Hey, that's weird, isn't it? Me too. Hey, how mad's that? Did you post the new fantasy league? I did. Yes, it's in the description at the bottom now. Every single game will have the description. Apologies, I should have said that. Yeah, if you want to join the new fantasy Premier League, then you can do so. The Matchday Tavern Fantasy Premier League. You can see the link in the description. You just have to click it. You can join the league, and if you beat me next season, which I'll be honest, you probably will, we'll have another award. We'll have an award for the winner next season. Remains to be seen what that is. But we'll have an award, I promise you. We'll have a proper award. In fact, I might even get a trophy engraved with your name on it. And we'll have a proper Matchday Tavern. Maybe the Golden Tankard. That's what we'll do. We'll get the Golden Tankard. The Matchday Tavern Golden Tankard engraved Fantasy Premier League winner 26-27. It could be yours. I'll get it. I'd love to see you in North London. You should pay us a visit. No thanks, mate. I'm all right. I'm all right. I'd rather not go to the stab capital of Europe. You're all right. You can keep it. I've been to London plenty of times. I've no desire to go back. It's not a very nice place. It's full of people like you. I'm only messing. I actually quite like London. It's a fascinating old town. Depending on where you go. Set phone reminders for your lineup. I know. Do you know what we'll do? We'll do it as like a Friday night. Whatever the game is on Friday night, I'll make sure I do it then. I'll do it then. Monday the 3rd of August, we're doing Celtic. So Celtic versus Dundee is 7:30 p.m. Monday 7:30 p.m. Scottish Premiership, Celtic Dundee. How's it going, Harry? Tranmere 1, Rochdale 1. It's been a great opening 10 minutes to this game. Tranmere taking the lead through Charlie Whittaker. Lovely goal. And then Dale firing back with a bit of a scrappy defensive. I mean, they just didn't clear it properly, did they, Tranmere? And all of a sudden it fell to Ryan East on the 6-yard line, and he just volleyed it in, left-footed, roof of the net. Absolutely no chance at all for Harrison Mayle in the Tranmere goal. And since then, again, it's been a bit end-to-end. It's been a bit of a basketball game. Tranmere have bounced up one end. There's been a fantastic effort from Davis about 25 yards out, which forced the new Dale keeper, Ramming, the young Swedish goalkeeper they've got in goal, forced him into a very big save. Reece Lord, who are you supporting? Honestly, mate, I'm a Liverpool fan, so I've got no horse in the race here. I just enjoy watching footy. Tranmere, edge of the box. Oh, do you know what? He's got to do better there. 2 points for Wigan. That's poor from Charlie Whittaker. Should do better. Number 1 security, I'll definitely try join your league key. Nice, good lad. I finished inside the top 10k last year. Oh, well there you go. There's the early prediction for the winner. I'm sure you'll beat us all, mate. LFC Ab High Key, Shelbourne are playing Ajax in the Conference League. Do you think Shells have a chance? Ajax aren't what they were. So if you've got a chance, now's as good a time as any. And it looks like they're just about to lose Mika Gertz, who was maybe their best player. Oh, that's shocking! That's shocking! Is that a free kick? How's he give that? That might have been a penalty. Lucky boy. I tell you what, Rochdale living dangerously here. It was a stupid back pass from Shering, I think it was. He tries to play a back pass to his keeper, heads it back, and it's just miles too short. And I think is it O'Connor? Who is it who runs onto this? It's an absolute... Wait till you see this back. Absolute madness. It's not. It's Ebanks Landell tries to head it back to his goalkeeper. It's shocking. And he leaves... Oh, nah, maybe. It's one of them. It's a 50-50 ball, and Ironside is just running onto it. You know, the young goalkeeper, Nils Ramin, is running out, and they just clatter into each other. The goalkeeper drops the ball, and for a moment there, it looked like there was maybe going to be a tap-in for Charlie Whittaker, but referee's blown up. It's a free kick. Harry Robinson, I went to Wembley for Rochdale v Boreham Wood. Nice. Nice. Reece, Vinny Jr. to Arsenal. Here we go. Of course it is, Reece. Of course it is. How are you doing, mate? You good? Rochdale down the right-hand side. Really good play. Cuts in. Excellent football. That's brilliant. Hayes finds Adebayo rolling. But good defending from Tranmere. Harry Robinson, can you show the TV? I can't, mate. No, the channel would get banned quite quickly. I'd love to show it, yeah, I really would. It would help me massively. I'd get loads of views, I'm sure, if I showed live football on YouTube. But no, people pay lots and lots of money to watch Sky Sports. And I don't think they would be very happy. That's why, basically, YouTube just immediately shuts it down. So, I'd love to. It's not me being a funny bugger. I promise you, I'd get banned straight away. Ebanks scored an own goal v Halifax as well. I mean, he's been around the block a bit, hasn't he, Ebanks Landell? Experienced defender. You would have hoped maybe he would have done a bit better there. Right, East, the goal scorer for Rochdale with a free kick. Left-footed, in-swinger. Tranmere keeping quite a high line. Too easy, that. Keeper claims it. Harrison Mail, very easy. Routine. We've got some other big games coming up as well in the next couple of weeks. So we are going to be watching Liverpool versus Leeds tomorrow. Celtic versus Dundee on Monday. Shamrock Rovers versus Egnatia in the Europa League. Egnatia from Albania. Then it's going to be Arsenal versus Real Betis in a friendly on the 5th. Jagiellonia versus Rangers in the Europa League on Thursday. That's a 5 o'clock kickoff, I think. We might also be doing Benfica versus Hearts. So that's going to be a double header on Thursday. Jagiellonia Białystok of Poland against Rangers. It's a 5 o'clock kickoff. Quite an early one for the Europa League tie. But I'll be live for that one. And then straight after, we're going to be doing Benfica versus Hearts. See how Marco Silva gets on against the old Jam Tarts. They struggled against Sturm Graz. I don't really hold out too much hope for him against Benfica, to be honest. So we shall see. Middlesbrough versus Wrexham is Friday. And then next Saturday, we're going to be doing Carabao Cup again. QPR versus Millwall. Another London derby, I guess, to some extent. Saturday is, that's 2 o'clock Saturday. Liverpool versus Monaco on the Sunday afternoon before next Monday. Again, back in the Carabao Cup, Plymouth versus Exeter. The old Cornish derby. No love lost in that one. There'll be plenty of yellows and reds in that one, I'm sure. The 11th of August is going to be Iberia, 1999. They are, again, another Albanian side. Iberia 1999 facing Larne of Northern Ireland in the UEFA Europa League. That's the second leg, and that's a 5 o'clock kickoff as well. So we're going to be doing the British team. Shamrock Rovers, Rangers, Larne. Might even do Bohemians if we can find it. Geraldine Skelly, what channel is the game on? I use Virgin Media. I use Virgin Media too, Geraldine. If you push the red button at the very bottom on Sky Sports 1, then you can find it, and yeah, it pops up. That's what I've just done. Are you monetized? I'm not yet, mate. No, this channel has only been going for about 7 weeks, there or thereabouts, 7 or 8 weeks. Still very new. So we've only been going a short time, just before the World Cup started. And we are very close to 1,000. We're not that far off. That's all we need is 1,000 subscribers, and I'll be monetized again. I have got another channel called Premier League Dad where we've got 23,000 subscribers. I only started doing this about 18 months ago, so 2 channels going quite well. I'm very lucky. Proper football, that's it, Ryan. Loads of great football coming up. And it's competitive club football as well. I don't like doing friendlies, but if we've not got anything on, I always try to do a game a day. You know, if we've got a game a day to do, then I'll do it. But yeah, we're going to be doing Arsenal versus Real Betis on the 5th. So I'll have to get my Betis shirt out. Sam, hey Key, just wondering why have you moved channels? Long story, but basically, let's just call it a rebranding. Premier League Dad is still there, but Matchday Tavern is going to be where all the watch-alongs are. Premier League Dad's going to be more of a talk show type of thing. So I'm going to do that once a week over on Premier League Dad. Sahil, where are you watching the Rochdale game? Sky Sports, mate. It's on Sky Sports. Won't be watching Benfica versus Hearts, watching Bristol Walsall instead. Yeah, I was considering Bristol versus Walsall. I might do Bristol City Walsall. I don't know yet. We'll see. I'll get the general feeling. I might even put it to the chat on Thursday, and I'll see what you guys think. What should we do? LMN thoughts on Vinny to Arsenal, possibly. It isn't happening. I don't mean to sound short, but I'm every 5 minutes someone's coming in and asking the same question. Vinny to Arsenal. It isn't happening. I'll lead with that. It isn't happening. He's using you to get money. Geraldine Skelly, I predict East scores 3. Well, he's had a good start. A very good start. (2-1) to United. Who scored in that game, by the way? Teaching Tony, Key, would you ever show up to an SE Dons or Dorking Wanderers match? Love both non-league clubs. Would I ever show up? As in physically show up? Probably not. But if there was a game on and there was no other games, yeah, I'm happy to do. I love doing non-league, mate. You know that. We did quite a bit of non-league last year. Key, if he does go to Arsenal, you've got to get North London Forever tattooed. You must be joking. I tell you what, if you pay for it, I'll do it. If you pay for it, I'll do it. Did you watch the Chelsea Tottenham game? No, I didn't. Catherine Duffin. Hi, Key. How's it going, Catherine? How are you? Who do you support? And what's your prediction for this one? 31 minutes in. Tranmere 1, Rochdale 1. Let me put my teeth back in. It was a very fast start to the game. 1-1 inside kind of 10-15 minutes. Game's settled down a little bit since then. Probably better for both managers' blood pressure, to be honest. I think you'd be a bit happier with that. What are we saying? Sam. Oh, sorry, Harry. Are you a gamer? Do you know what? Probably in the truest sense of the word, in like the modern sense, no. Do I game a lot? No, I don't. That's mainly because I just don't have the time anymore. I put all my time into the Matchday Tavern and Premier League Dad and being a dad. I've got a little girl as well. I'm married with a little girl, so that's basically all my time. And I've just joined a gym, so your boy's gonna get hench. So yeah, I'm working on that. So I haven't got a huge amount of time for gaming, but I love Undisputed. I love Red Dead Redemption. I love GTA. I love playing FIFA when I get the time. This year's FIFA was garbage. I'm looking forward to the new one. The new one actually looks quite good. So I might invest in the new FIFA and maybe I'll do some play-alongs. I don't know. Finn Percy, can't find a stream of this match. How's Mail played? Was he at fault for the goal? No, he wasn't at fault for the goal, mate. There was nothing wrong with him for the goal. It was poor defending, if anything, from Rovers. I think maybe you could argue it was a bit of a poor clearance from Turnbull, and nobody really got anywhere near Deezer Rovway as well on the cross. So, I think Rovers' defensive side of things, the back four was probably more at fault than the goalkeeper. Will you do the Arsenal-Girona game, Kate? I'm not, mate, no, but I am going to be doing the Arsenal-Betis game on the 5th of August. So I'll be live for that one. This charming... and Burmo scored twice. Oh, nice. Hey, he's picking up some form, isn't he, in Burmo? This charming Dan Key, it looks like you got nearly 40 subs since last night. It looks like you could be at the magic 1,000 subs by next weekend. Hey, fingers crossed, Dan. Fingers crossed. We seem to be flying. I'm doing more shorts. I've committed to 2 shorts every day now. So I'm doing 2 shorts a day as an absolute minimum. And we'll see how that affects things. Geraldine Skelly, I went to 2 Rochdale games. First was a 0-0 Rochdale-Swindon. The second was Rochdale Youth v Man U Youth. Man U won. Good father and husband alert in the chat. And he's about to get jacked. Hercules. PLD's about to bench 250. Mate, no, absolutely not. You'll put me to shame. Geraldine Skelly, I can't find the game. It is, I promise you, it's on Sky Sports. That's how I'm watching it. If you go to Sky Sports and you push that little red button in the corner, this one right down here, little red button down here, it will take you to the game. I suppose you'll be supporting Betis, will you? What gave me away? I mean, do you know what, mate? It's a friendly, so I won't be bothered. I watched Man United against Rosenborg in a pre-season friendly as well. Rochdale, far post. Adebayo rolling, linking up with... Oh, it's a brilliant... unlucky. Again, Adebayo rolling, picks it up. Hayes and Adebayo rolling down that right-hand side have done really well. Key, Vinny will join Arsenal. No, he won't. Don't be silly. Sahil, don't got Sky Sports, so just watching your live. Well, I'll be here, mate. If you've not got Sky Sports and you've got to put up with me, I'll at least give you all of the updates as it's happening. And we'll have a little chit-chat while the game's on if you fancy having a natter about anything in particular. Football related, obviously. Let's try and keep it a little bit on topic. We are ruthless with that. If any of the regulars will tell you, Key never deviates from the main subject. Rochdale driving forward again, and it's out for a throw-in on the far side. As we approach half-time at Prenton Park. Lovely little ground, Prenton Park, by the way. I always remember Liverpool going there and playing in the League Cup. Was it the quarters? I can't remember. We played them and they had Wayne Allison up front and Dave Challoner. How's Rochdale playing? To be honest, neither side have been particularly brilliant since that equalising goal. It feels like the Rochdale equaliser just kind of took the sting out of Tranmere's attack, and neither side have been particularly ruthless in front of goal. There's not really been too many chances. The best chance in the game since that Rochdale equaliser has been a long-distance effort from Davis. Jordan Davis, left-footed, pinged it from about 25 yards out, and very, very good save from Niels Ramming, the on-loan Brighton goalkeeper for Rochdale. Jordan Davis, of course, making his debut as well for Tranmere today. Okay, Tranmere play the ball short. Stood up, far post. Good header, big chance this one. Oh, how's that stayed out? Lovely ball to the far post, headed back across the 6-yard box, and it was who was it who got the final touch on that? I think it was Smith. It was Smith, just darting into the 6-yard box, gets there before Niels Ramming, and heads it over the bar. He gets a bit more of a softer touch on that one. It's 2-1 Rovers. How's it going, George? What do you think about Chelsea's punishment for transfer irregularities? Only £10 million. Well, yes, and a suspended ban, isn't it, as well? It's a suspended transfer ban for Chelsea for 2 transfer windows. So, if anything were to happen again, if Chelsea were to get caught again, they would be banned from signing players for 2 windows. What's the score? Score's 1-1, Sahil. Tranmere 1, Rochdale 1. Lewis, will you be worried if Arsenal get Vinny and Bruno? No. Why would I be worried? What would be the difference if Arsenal got Bruno and Vinny? They're not going to get Vinny. They might get Bruno. And if they do, I'll be honest, he's 29. If you're paying 80 million quid for a 29-year-old, I'm not sure it's the best deal, personally. Oh, Tranmere are in. Rochdale, what are you doing? Oh, and it's very nearly 2-1. Absolute kamikaze defending at the back from Rochdale. Goodness gracious me. That has to be 1-0 Rovers. Sorry, that has to be 2-1 Rovers. Shocking defending. Adebayo rolling. Oh, it's terrible. Absolutely shocking that. Is it Francis? Who is it who gives it away there? I think it is. Yeah, Francis. And Conlon, he's just got to score there. He drills it low, and it's just wide of the far post. Nils Ramin, no chance at all. Very, very nearly 2-1 to Rovers. Lewis, Arsenal will be more attacking this season. You're kidding yourself, mate. You're deluding yourself. You're absolutely deluding yourself. Mikel Arteta has just proved that he can win the Premier League playing exactly how he did. If you think for 1 second he changes how he's going to play, you're pissing into the wind in the nicest possible way. George Key, it's a bit hot here in Girona. Nice. Didn't know you were in Girona, mate. Enjoy. Have a lovely time. Number 1 security. What do you think? Pens on a friendly seem a bit pointless. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to see Pens on a friendly. C. Wheatley, looking forward to the start of the season. Oh, absolutely. Who've Sunderland got opening game? Who've you guys got? I know we're playing Newcastle at home. Well, at St. James's, so I would assume, are you away? Catherine Duffin, Dungannon up 3-0. On the Swifts. Ipswich away. Oh, I did know that. Because I've just picked Brian Brobby in my Matchday Tavern FPL. If you want to join the Matchday Tavern FPL, you're more than welcome to. You just have to go to the red platform. Have a look in the description. The link is there. You can go and join. But yeah, I've got Brobby as one of my centre forwards, one of my 3 centre forwards for the FPL this year. So far, anyway. I might change some things up, but I'm pretty confident. I'm quite happy with my team so far. I've got Roofs in as well. Robin Roofs. And I was going to put Trafford in, but I don't think I did put Trafford in the end. I think I went Roofs and Petrovic from Bournemouth, I think. Drew James, I wonder if Isak will play against Newcastle. He will, yeah, of course he will. We've got no other centre forward. He has to play. Finn Percy, who do you think will win? York v Crawley Monday night. And what do you think of the situation with the York manager? Do you know, I'll be honest, Finn, I am in no way educated on the ongoing situation with the York manager. Let me do that quickly now while we are live. So, here we go. Recently axed York City manager Stuart Maynard breaks his silence. Is that what we're talking about? I knew they'd sacked him, but I thought, is this not a new manager? Well, I assume. Have you appointed a new manager? Have York actually got a manager right now? Scott Lindsay is the head coach. Interesting. Well, again, he's ex-Crawley, isn't he? Is he? He is, isn't he? I'm sure he is. He was managing Crawley last year. Oh, well, that's quite interesting then. Scott Lindsay back to Crawley. Bit mad that they've sacked Maynard. What's gone on there? Sack the title-winning manager and got Crawley's old boss. Yeah, well, I was going to say, I was surprised. Why would they sack him? What's gone on? I mean, let's have a look. There's a statement. Maybe I need to read the statement. Club statement. York City have confirmed that Stuart Maynard will be leaving with immediate effect. It's not been an easy decision. Comes down to a difference in direction and vision for the football club. That is interesting. That's very interesting. Been some mad decisions, hasn't there? This charming down Ipswich away won't be easy. Newly promoted teams are always up for it at the beginning. Brobby and Riffs is a good call for your fantasy team. Yeah. I've got Riffs in goal. I've got Haaland, Isak and Brobby as my front three. Because I feel like Isak has to start for us this season. And if he starts, he'll get chances. And Haaland's just, I feel like you have to get it, Haaland. Your corner prefers a coach over a manager so he can do transfers himself, basically. Yeah, I was going to say, it does stink a little bit, that, of Stuart Maynard maybe saying, we absolutely need to get some better players in, and these are the players we should be targeting, and he's, maybe the chairman or whatever has gone, do you know what? You're kind of overstepping your bounds a little bit here, mate. Where do you think Newcastle will finish? Again, have they actually appointed Matthias Geisler? It's not Sebastian. I always keep calling him Sebastian. Matthias Geisler. I don't think they've appointed him yet, have they? Tranmere strike straight at the keeper. Nearly half time here. I have no idea what to expect from Iraola yet. Nor I. I mean, my big disappointment, you know, this last season, my big disappointment was Liverpool fans sort of forcing Arne Slot out, and I do feel like it was a bit of a departure from what I felt was the culture, the fabric of Liverpool Football Club to sack a manager like that. I thought that was a really poor decision. So it genuinely wouldn't surprise me if Iraola's gone before the end of the season. And I hate that. I don't like it, but I think that's entirely possible the way things have gone. City of Northville, 15th would be ambitious for Newcastle. They've got 12th with their players and manager. I know, but it's like a new start, isn't it? It's a fresh start. They have got some young... It's maybe a different ethos at Newcastle. They've got Bazumana Toure, they've got Aladji Bamba, they've got Ewan Jowan, Stur, they've got a lot of players they brought in seem to be sort of 18 to 21, right? And when you bring in a lot of players who are young like that, that can create a full... sometimes it can ruin whatever little fabric of a club you had, but sometimes it can forge a new one. And Newcastle probably do need a completely new culture, don't they? Have you got a half-time quiz? I have, Shahid, yes. Lewis, he was decent in the Saudi League. Think he'll be decent at Newcastle. I mean, it's different, but 38. He's 38 and he's managed in the Saudi League for 3 years. That doesn't scream an ambitious manager to me. That screams someone who's after the old coin. I'm not sure I'd be mad impressed if Liverpool appointed someone who'd been in Saudi Arabia for the last 3 years. Do you reckon they'll play Isak and Chiesa up front? Chiesa should be nowhere near, absolutely nowhere near our starting 11. Right, half-time, and it is 1-1 at Prenton Park. Tranmere Rovers 1, taking an early lead through Charlie Whittaker. Lovely, lovely goal. And within 10 minutes, Rochdale were level. Scrappy. It was a good cross in fairness, and Dizerove with the header. Bit scrappy defensively, and East with the volley, left-footed volley in past Harrison Mail from the 6-yard line. No chance really for the keeper. 1-1. Since then, we've not had too many chances. It's been a little bit cagey. Couple of chances, couple of shots from distance, but nothing that's been really all that clear. So second half might just open things up. I'm sure the two managers will get in, and you would imagine Darrell Clarke will be frustrated with the defending for Tranmere. And maybe Ian Watson will be encouraging Dale to get forward a little bit more. And, they've had, look at that, first half possession, 74% Rochdale, but clear-cut chances, nil. Tranmere Rovers, 24%, 25% possession, but 3 clear chances. They've definitely hurt Rochdale on the counter-attack. Not 0 crosses in the game as well. That's interesting. 0 blocked crosses. I read it wrong. Right, anyway. Halftime quiz is, because we are watching this one, as you all know, if you're a regular on here, you'll know that we do a halftime quiz. And the halftime quiz nearly always has some sort of a tenuous link to the game that we're watching. So, the goalkeeper, the young goalkeeper for Tranmere, is Swedish. He's the only outstanding nationality that I could see on the pitch. Everyone else is English. And rather than do top 10 English, I thought, bugger it, we'll go with the goalkeeper and we will do the top, well, not the top, sorry. There are how many? Where's my notepad? There's 15. There are 15 players in Premier League history who are Swedish and have over 100 Premier League appearances. 100 Premier League appearances or more, and Swedish, and play in the Premier League, or have played in the Premier League. 15 players, can you name them? Seb Larsson, yes. Seb Larsson is number one. Former Sunderland. Not Zlatan, no. Zlatan never reached 100 appearances in the Premier League. Lindelof is correct. Yes, Aston Villa, Man United, Victor Lindelof, he's there. Seb Larsson's correct. You've got 2 out of 15. Keep them coming. Freddie Ljungberg, of course, yes. Part-time model, full-time Arsenal winger. Kulusevski from Spurs, yes. Dejan Kulusevski. Do you know what, an interesting fact I heard about Kulusevski the other day? Do you know Diogo Jota has played a Premier League game before Kulusevski has? How mad is that? How mad is that? He didn't kick a ball last season, Kulusevski, in the Premier League. Olof Mellberg, yes. Good shout, Wiggy Waggo. Love that. Welcome to the chat. Isak, yes. Isak just sneaks in. Believe it or not, Isak has 100 Premier League appearances exactly. Or is it 101? Either way, he just about qualifies. 1-0 to St Mirren against Falkirk. Cheers, Dara. Henrik Larsson, no. Andy Foster, he didn't quite make 100 appearances. He was only in the Prem for half a season. Nicholas Alexanderson, yes, former Everton player. Nicholas Alexanderson, good shout, Wiggy Waggo. Anders Svensson, correct. Yep, former Southampton. I think he played for Charlton as well, Anders Svensson. He is there as well. Isak, Lindelof, Kulusevski, Anders Svensson, Alexanderson, Ljungberg, and Larsson. Any more for any more? Olsen, says George. I'll give you both of them. There's 2 Olsens. There's Jonas Olsen, who you might remember, the big Swedish centre-back for West Brom with the long hair. Jonas Olsen. And then there's Martin Olsen, who was the right back, or was he a left back? I can't remember. He's a full back anyway, who played for Blackburn Rovers. Yeah, Martin Olsen. He's a very good player as well, him. Patrick Anderson. Not Patrick Anderson. Snoopo, Isak is in there. Yes, we've already got Isak. You've got Isak, Kulusevski, Svensson, Martin Olsen, Jonas Olsen, Lindelof, Mellberg, Alexanderson, Ljungberg, and Larsson. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left to get. There are 15 players who are Swedish and have over 100 Premier League appearances. That is our half-time quiz. Who else are we after? Who have we missed? Elanga, yes. Elanga is there. Man United, Nottingham Forest, and now Newcastle winger Anthony Elanga. Stefan Schwartz, good lad, Dan. I was wondering how long it'd take you to mention Stefan Schwartz, the guy who famously got rejected for having... he rejected a contract, or the contract was rejected because he requested to... I've got this completely wrong, haven't I? Sunderland offered him a new contract, and cited that he wasn't allowed to go into space in his new contract. That's the only time it's ever been mentioned. Because he was wanting to go into space. He was like exploring space travel. And Sunderland said, we'll give you this new contract, but you cannot go into space while you are employed by Sunderland. Absolutely mad that was included in a contract in the Premier League. Magnus Hedman, yes. Former Coventry goalkeeper Magnus Hedman is there. Did he play for Chelsea as well, Andy? I wasn't aware of that. Not Zlatan, no. Snoopo, no. Zlatan didn't make 100 Premier League appearances. He was only here for about, 18 months, there or thereabouts. Good player, played a lot in the Champions League and probably has got maybe 50 or 60 Premier League appearances, but nowhere near 100. Thomas, what game are you watching? We are watching Tranmere versus Rochdale in the Carabao Cup. It's 1-1. It's been a good game. It's half-time. And we're just doing our half-time quiz, mate. That is Swedish players who have over 100 Premier League appearances. We're doing it. There is a tenuous link to the game. There's a young 19-year-old Swedish goalkeeper in net for Rochdale. He's on loan from Brighton. He's had a pretty decent first half, to be honest, the lad. Made a couple of big saves. Not Jonas Them. I nearly forgot about him. Can't believe I didn't remember the spaceman instantly. Not Thomas Brolin. No, again, handsome Thomas Brolin of Leeds United didn't quite make 100 Premier League appearances. There's 2 left to get. 2 left to get. One of them, I'll give you a clue, I've mentioned this before, one of them scored what I would consider to be my favourite Premier League goal scored by a player outside the top 6. It was an absolute unbelievable goal. Bergkamp would have been proud of it. Swedish centre-forward. And I'm trying to think who the other guy played for. Even I don't know who he played for. I can't remember him. Who did he play? Was it Coventry? Yeah, he played for Coventry and Sheffield Wednesday. Yeah. I'll give you this one because I don't think you're going to get it. Roland Nilsson. Roland Nilsson. He was a fullback who played for Coventry and Sheffield Wednesday. So, yeah, Roland Nilsson played in the mid-90s for Wednesday and Coventry. And not Eric Edmond. No, believe it. No, it's not Eric Edmond. It is, the final one you've not yet got is Johan Elmander. Johan Elmander. He scored an absolute worldie against Wolves. Have a look at it if you've not yet. Go and have a look. Unbelievable. Johan Elmander. So there you go. That was your halftime quiz. 15 players who are Swedish and have made over 100 Premier League appearances. There's only 15 players who've done that. Alexander Isak is there. Magnus Hedman, former Coventry goalkeeper. Stefan Schwartz, former Sunderland midfielder. Dejan Kulusevski, of course, plays for Spurs. Johan Elmander, former Bolton centre-forward. Anders Svensson, who played for a number of clubs, didn't he? Southampton, I think Charlton briefly. Roland Nilsson, the defender for Coventry on Wednesday. Jonas Olsson, the West Brom centre-back. Martin Olsson, the Blackburn full-back. Nicholas Alexanderson, former Everton midfielder. Anthony Elanga of Nottingham Forest, currently. Lindelof of United and Villa. Olof Mellberg, who was a brilliant centre-back. I thought he was really underrated. And then the top 2 is Freddie Ljungberg and Sebastian Larsson, who was an absolute worldie when it came to set pieces. He was brilliant. Reece Lord, another lone Prem goalie for Dale. I'm sure we've seen that before. I mean, listen, he looks like a really good keeper. I think he'll be all right for Dale and reliable enough this season. He's commanded his box well. I don't think he could have done anything about the goal from Whittaker. Maud Birdie, I'm a very, very bitter United fan at the moment. C. Wheatley, one of the best free kick takers I've seen live. And Hugh Maddox saw Seb Larsson make his league debut for Arsenal. Thought he would have been a world beater. Do you know what? I forgot he came through at Arsenal. Loads of players who came through at Arsenal. DJ Mr. B, are you doing Arsenal tonight? I'm not, mate. No, I'm not going to be doing Girona tonight, but I am going to be doing their next friendly against Betis. So we'll have a good old chat about Vinny then. Hopefully by that point he's signed his new Real Madrid contract and you can all bugger off. Oh, is anyone else's stream crashed? There's been an issue with the stream. Please press back and retry. I'm going to. Let's try again. Don't be messing me around. Tranmere v Rochdale. There you go. We're back on. Morris Volts, of course. Yes. Moritz Volts. Yo, Ashley. How's it going? Catherine Duffin says, Key, what are we doing tomorrow? Tomorrow, it's Liverpool versus Leeds. 9 o'clock kickoff, that one. I was going to do maybe the early game as well. Hibs are playing Motherwell. I don't know yet whether or not to do that one. But there is a game tomorrow at... What time's that kickoff? 4:30. Yeah, we could do Hibs Motherwell, 4:30. And then Liverpool versus Leeds at 9. I might just do Liverpool Leeds, I don't know. We'll see. I might turn up for the early Scottish Premier League game. But Monday we've got Celtic v Dundee. So Liverpool Leeds tomorrow. Celtic v Dundee on Monday. And then Tuesday we're going to be doing Shamrock Rovers versus Ignatia in the Europa League. 8 o'clock kickoff, that one. Shea Lacey will go right to the top. Keep an eye on him for next season. He scored a really good goal against Rosenborg the other day, didn't he? We watched that one. We did the friendly watch along. So, yeah, I know that he's a tidy player, Shea Lacey. He will do well if he's given chances at United. I just don't think he will, to be honest. And if he does, I don't expect that he's... United aren't going to be able to do both of those things, are they? They're not going to be able to give him chances and qualify for the Champions League. I think it's probably going to... It's kind of have to pick one or the other. Drew James, hope Liverpool put 5 past Leeds. Let's hope so. Be nice for Liverpool. We've not had an awful lot to sing about in the last 12 months. Dara O'Neill, Charlie Cresswell's joined Rennes. That's a great signing for Rennes. He was fantastic for Toulouse. I was half hoping a few Premier League teams might take a look at Charlie Cresswell. He's a wonderful player. I think he could do really well back in the Premier League. And at some point, I'm sure he will. George Selswood, you won't see me then, Key. I'm going to Girona and staying in Spain for Betis. Oh, that's amazing. I'm so jealous, mate. It's absolutely incredible, that part of the world. I love Betis. Seville is my most favourite place in the whole world. Go to the Sanchez Pizjuan as well. Go and stop by the Sanchez Pizjuan if you can. Obviously the Villamarín for Betis, but if you can get to the Sanchez Pizjuan and go on, it's a great stadium. Fantastic. How's it going, Maud Birdie? Just need to slowly bring him in, I think, like we did with Rashford, Greenwood and Mainu. I know, but do you not think the benefit with Rashford, Greenwood and Mainu was that you did it when you didn't have... I mean, United haven't been, bang at the top, have they, for a long, long time now. So it feels like Kobbie Mainu probably benefited from United being not as good. And that's why he got more opportunities. And the same with Rashford and the same with Greenwood. If United have got wide options, and they do, they've got Cunha, they've got Mbeumo, they've now got Rashford as well. And Amad Diallo as well. I just don't see any opportunities for Shea Lacey, if I'm really honest. They might give him, 30 minutes at the end of a Carabao Cup game when they're already through, but I just don't see it. Wiggy Waggo says 3-2 to Tranmere, and Catherine says 2-1 Rochdale. Listen, I'm just hoping for goals. Not sure if you've done the United game. If so, how did they do? I haven't done the United game, no, but we have United fans in the chat over here telling me that Brian Mbeumo scored 2 and it's 2-1 to United. Hamoudi, how's it going? Dave says hi from the US, new to club football. Good to see you, Dave. Have you picked a team yet? I see you from Indiana. Lots of love to you in Indiana, Dave. Second half's kicked off here at Prenton Park. Rochdale, get us underway. Hopefully we've got goals here. What's your prediction for Rochdale v Tranmere? I would say this one's going to finish 2-2 and it goes to extra time and penalties. I think we're going to get... I think we're here for the distance. We're here for the duration. Bradley, he played in the 10 today, Lacey, but you aren't moving Bruno. Why? Well, this is it. You're not moving Bruno. You're probably not... Look at that dog. Look at that dog sat watching the footy. That's brilliant. You're not moving Bruno. You're not moving... Mason Mount is going to have to justify his value. Yeah, I don't. And Mainu sometimes played further forward as well. They're going to have to try and find time for Andre Santos and Tielemans as well, playing deep. So I don't think... I think Shea Lacey probably needs a loan. He's a good player, though. I don't deny you that at all. Dave, deciding between Manchester United or Aston Villa. Okay. Why those two? What do you like about those two? Mount will take care of that himself. He'll be out injured by week 2. James Foreign, what do you think of the Vinny rumour, Key? I don't think it'll happen, mate. Yeah. It's about the 40th time I've been asked that in the lives. I know that's not your fault, by the way. But if I seem short, that's why. I just don't think it'll happen. I think nobody should be taking that seriously. He's quite obviously using Arsenal to get his money up. Yeah, that's it. He wants a new contract. You know that. He wants a new contract at Real Madrid. If his priority was Arsenal, he'd have already signed. He's not going to Arsenal. He wants to stay at Real Madrid, and he's leveraging. He's using Arsenal as leverage to say, "Hey, look, Madrid, I've got this over here. Give us some more money," which is what anyone would do, isn't it? I think Lewis Hall could be doing the same thing with us, using us to get a better deal. No, see, I think Lewis Hall genuinely does. I genuinely do think Lewis Hall wants to leave Newcastle. He was very upset, wasn't he, at the fact that he didn't go to the World Cup, and I think there's probably an element of him looking at it and going, if I want to play at the top level, then I probably do need to move on. Same as Tonali did, and same as Bruno Guimaraes has done, same as Isak did, same as Gordon did. You know, maybe the better players at Newcastle are starting to see that they need to move on to you know, your career's only short in football. You only really get 10 to 12 years at the very, very top level, if you're lucky, if you stay fit. So you can't waste time at clubs. And let's be honest, I think even if you asked the most optimistic Newcastle fan, if you said to a Newcastle fan, the most optimistic Newcastle fan, when do you think you'll be back in the Champions League? I think they'd reasonably say to you 3 years. And in 3 years' time, Bruno Guimaraes would be 32. Right? So his career would be done. This is his last opportunity to leave. I can understand him wanting to go. And in 3 years' time, what will Lewis Hall be? 26, 27? So, yeah, it's the same. You can't ask players to stay for 3 years to commit to a project when, realistically, they've got careers to think about as well. Catherine, is Barcola going to Liverpool? We'll see. We shall see. I hope so. I do think he will. Hall's only 21, lads. All right, well, he'll still be 24, 25, whatever. You know what I mean? He's not going to commit for 3 years to a project when he's got people knocking his door down now. I mean, look at... There's a reason he was left out of the World Cup. He had a decent year for Newcastle last year, and he's still highly thought of. Chelsea would take him. Most teams would take Lewis Hall, I think, in the Premier League. Most teams would take him. I wouldn't have an issue with Liverpool getting Lewis Hall. I mean, we've got Kirkes, so I don't think he's better than Kirkes, but what I'm saying is if we didn't have a left-back, if Kirkes wasn't there and Lewis Hall was our replacement, I'd be fine with that. Chelsea need a left-back. United certainly need a left-back. Luke Shaw can't keep going on. Hall is better than Kirkes behave. No, he's not. In what world is Hall better than Kirkes? Did you watch? Kirkes was named in the Premier League Team of the Year. 12 months ago, mate. He's brilliant. He's absolutely fantastic. Absolutely unbelievable. He's only a baby as well. Kirkes is only, what, 20, 22, something like that. He's only a kid. Lewis Hall's absolutely no way is he better than Kirkes. No chance. That's when he was playing at Bournemouth. I know that, but that doesn't change things. How does that change things? He was shit last time I saw him play. I know, but if you watch him a lot, if you watched him last year, then yeah, if you based your entire opinion on him last year, then yeah, I'd agree with you. Kirkes last year probably wasn't fantastic. He wasn't dreadful, but he wasn't fantastic. But Lewis Hall, there's absolutely no way. There's absolutely no way that Lewis Hall is better than Kirkes. No chance. Chris Taylor, a couple of Tranmere fans watching you in Altinkham. Love it. Yes, great part of the world. Enjoy your holiday, mate. Assuming you're there on holiday, obviously. I don't know if you've moved, but hey, great stuff. Lots of love to the Rovers fans in Turkey. Chris and Ollie, dad and lad, come on the Rovers. Well, do you know what? I've been very impressed with Charlie Whittaker today. I think he's done really, really well. Scored a great goal, by the way. I don't know if you've been able to see it out there. If you've been able to convince a bar to put Sky Sports on for you. On the old red button. Bradley Hall's one of the best in the league. Kirkes isn't. Well, hey, I think you'll be proven wrong. I wouldn't swap Kirkes for another left back in the league. I do like Hall. I am a big fan of Lewis Hall. I don't think he's better than Kirkes. Not O'Reilly. Again, listen, Nico O'Reilly's a wonderful player, but again, he had his issues at left back as well. He was playing in a much, much better side than Milos Kirkes was. But yeah, Nico O'Reilly's played in midfield. He's played further forward. He's probably closer to a Reece James than he is sort of a wing back. But I do like Nico O'Reilly. I'll be honest, there isn't an aspect of Kirkes' game which he's better than Hall at. Again, I disagree. I think Kirkes is much better going forward. Yeah, I think he's absolutely better. Bruno to travel to London this weekend to sign him. Good luck to him. I think that's a very good signing for right now. Probably not a great signing for Arsenal in 18 months. I think in reflection, it's going to look like a poor signing. But he's a good signing for Arsenal right now. Probably makes this season a bit better for Arsenal, but it is a confusing one. It's a very, very confusing one because Arsenal are kind of overstocked in that midfield area. If they're going to give Lewis Skelly, it's because we've just been talking about Nico O'Reilly. If they're going to give Lewis Skelly minutes in midfield, Bruno Guimaraes doesn't really make a lot of sense. Only need to help win this season, and Bruno's worth every penny. But the thing is, they should win it without him. Arsenal, if they don't win the league this season, whether they sign Vinny or Bruno or anyone, Arsenal should win. They should piss that league this season. If they don't, it's embarrassing. It's humiliating. There's no world in which they shouldn't walk that league again. And to be honest, they didn't walk it last year. They stumbled to it. Same as Liverpool did the year before. There's not been a title race now for 3 years, and Arsenal and Liverpool in the last 2 seasons Liverpool pissed it. We did piss it. But we pissed it with 84 points, which is not a great points total. And Arsenal last year got 85. It's 2 of the lowest points totals in Premier League history. 2 of the lowest points totals. Can you be honest, if United spent what Liverpool did on Isak and Wirtz, what would you have to say about it? Well, they have. United have spent far more. United have spent double what Liverpool have. It's not have if United spent more than Liverpool. They have. They spent miles more. Double. Easily double. Ollie, how are Tranmere playing? There's been absolutely nothing that has happened. I swear to God, in the last 10 minutes since half-time, it's been very much congested in and around the halfway line. There's been nothing going on. Rochdale have got the ball here on the halfway line, knocking it around at the back. It feels like Rochdale, again, a little bit similar to the first half. Rochdale dominating possession and Tranmere hoping to pick them off on the counter-attack and maybe just kind of baiting some traps, setting traps, and then all pressing collectively. But they've got everybody back in their own half, Tranmere. There's not a lot of space for Rochdale, so they're having to go long. They're having to kind of knock it over the top, and there's just not that much space between the centre-backs and Harrison Mayle. Harrison Mayle's been off his line quite lively a few times. He's had to be. But there's just been a nothing start to this second half, really. Bradley, have we? We've never signed a player for 100 million. You have twice. What's that got to do with anything, though? If we've signed 2 players for over 100 million, but you've signed about 9 for over 80, it doesn't make any difference, does it? You have absolutely categorically spent more money, far more money, and wasted all of it, to be honest, in the last 6-7 years than Liverpool. Double, easily. Snapdragon Cup winners, open top bus, League One. Hey! Ollie, where do you reckon Tranmere will finish this season? It is a tough question. I mean, to be honest, I thought last year they were quite fortunate towards the end of the season. They only stayed up by a few points, wasn't it? I was rooting for them. I like Tranmere. I'm relatively local to Rovers, and I've been to Prenton Park a few times. I quite like Rovers, so I wanted them to stay up. But yeah, last season they did just about stay up by the skin of the teeth, didn't they? Yeah, it was a bad end to the season. What was it? Something like it was 1 win in the last 15 games or something stupid like that, wasn't it? It was a really, really dark time. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1 win in 15 games. That's bad. That was really bad. So yeah, they literally just about got over the line. 4 points from a possible 9 in their last 3 games. Just about kept Tranmere up. Yeah, it remains to be seen, new signings and all that. Are they going to be able to hang on to players in the remaining month of the transfer window? I do. I think they'll be okay again. I think they'll stay up, but I'd like to see them really kick on. Shahid, poor start to the second half. It is, yes. Finners Key, when are you starting the Prediction League you were talking about the other day? Prediction League. I've not got a Prediction League per se. I'm doing Key versus Chat, which is just going to be like a rolling total, which I'll put on the screen. But we are going to be doing... I've just realised I've not changed the halftime quiz. Absolutely shocking, Key. We have got the Fantasy Premier League. So if you want to join the Fantasy Premier League, Matchday Tavern, there's going to be a trophy at the end of the season, which I'll send to you. If you win that, it's yours. Mean teams finishing in 70s, not 70. What does that mean? What trophy? I'm going to make a trophy. Oh, what a goal that is! It's 2-1! What an absolutely wonderful finish that is! And it's Jordan Davis on his debut. What a finish that was. Left-footed volley into the bottom corner. It's come out of nowhere, really. This game, second half, has been very flat. There's not been a chance for either team. And it's an absolutely brilliant finish. Left-footed, he's falling as he shoots. And he smashes it into the bottom corner. No chance at all again for the young Swedish goalkeeper, Nils Ramming. What a goal that is. Jordan Davis. He has been dangerous in this match. Lovely first touch. Oh, that's top quality. That's absolutely sensational. You just don't save those. Shering couldn't quite get to him and get a block on it. But the ball gets floated in. Again, it's a nothing ball into the box. It's just a little dinked ball into the penalty area. And it's a great first touch on the volley from Davis to sort of knock it to his right-hand side. And then he runs into the area, ball bouncing, and volleys it. As he falls onto his back, he volleys it right into the bottom corner. And here's Tom Ince coming on. Son of Paul, Tom Ince. Here he is. Great goal. Tranmere now 2-1 in front. Perry, who's playing, mate? It's Tranmere Rovers 2, Rochdale 1 in the Carabao Cup. Carabao Cup. It's on Sky Sports as well. If you want to watch it, you can watch it with me. Sky Sports are showing all the Carabao Cup games this year. We're going to be doing quite a few of them. Lou Harwood, more blatant corruption against Everton, by the way. Chelsea, 74 breaches, 10 million. Everton, 1 breach. 10 points. Well, you got it reduced, didn't you? You got it reduced in the end. It's clear, and you lot still don't believe it or see it. I just don't believe that it's corruption. It's not corruption. And Everton's was different to Chelsea's. You've got to remember, Everton's owners were punished, and it was the same owners that did it, right? It was Farhad Mashiri. It was him who was guilty of the wrongdoing. Whereas with Chelsea, the new owners have self-reported, and they've said, hey, listen, we found these things from when we didn't actually run the club. It's not our fault. We're just telling you about it. So they've self-reported. Perry, you're going to go a bit easier on Arsenal this year. Why do you think I went too hard on them last year? What did I say last year that was uncalled for? All I said last year was I don't like watching Arsenal because they're quite boring. And to be honest, every Arsenal fan I spoke to agreed with me. The only difference is that you was happy because you was winning the league, and that's fine. I mean, I was the same when Liverpool won the league. Doesn't matter. For the first time, you're winning a league. For first time in decades, you're going to be made up however you play. Thankfully, my team played quite well. Yours, it was quite boring. It was very boring. It was the most boring title winners in history. But Mikel Arteta got it done, and that's the main thing. Key, what was Spurs-Chelsea result? It was 2-1 to Spurs, I believe. 2-2, says Hossein. Timbo, Chelsea did nothing wrong in my view. Hey! Like Sam Allardyce tactics, but better players. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Joel, 2-1 even with 10 men. What do you mean with 10 men? You've not got 10 men. Oh, Spurs. Sorry, yes. Spurs was 2-1 with 10 men. They won on penalties, I think, in the end. It said 2-1, but I think they won on penalties. Am I right in saying that? Someone can correct me. I didn't watch it. Someone said in the chat earlier. Right, Rochdale making an early change. It's Moss coming on for Shering. It's a couple of changes, actually. Shering's gone off for Dan Moss, and it's Hayes who's gone off for Zane Silcott-Dewberry. Another Chelsea Academy player. Timbo, you might remember this lad. Zane Silcott-Dewberry. Is he any relation to the great Michael Dewberry of Chelsea? I wonder. Have you ever watched League of Ireland? Yes, I have watched League of Ireland. We've watched quite a few Irish teams just in the last week or so. We've watched Bowes. We watched Bowes against Balcarney. We watched Shamrock Rovers the other day. We're watching Shamrock Rovers again next week against Ignatia. So yeah, we always watch a lovely little bit of Irish footy whenever they're on in Europe. City of Northville, they scored a late last-minute winner, 90th or 91st, open play. Truly embarrassing for Chelsea. There you go. Sorry, I said penalties. It wasn't. It was 2-1. Yeah, Richarlison, 92nd minute. Respect for that. I couldn't sit and watch 90 minutes of them just hoofing the ball about. I mean, do you know what, mate? The football's football. I quite like watching all different types of footy. I just find it quite painful when Arsenal have got a really good set of attacking players and the manager just won't use them. It's frustrating. Whereas with this, the football hasn't always been vintage, but it's old school footy. It's a bit more up and at 'em, and there actually has been moments of quality. And it was currently Tranmere 2, Rochdale 1, 66 minutes on the clock. Dungannon won 3-0. Did they really? Someone said earlier they weren't playing, but I'll take your word for it. Seaside Dave, what match are you watching? We are watching Tranmere and Rochdale, Dave. Cornelius, Arsenal is driving you crazy. Not quite, Cornelius. Not quite. Lots of love to Kenya, though, my friend. Joel, Man United are going to win the league this year. Are they really, mate? I've heard that for a while. Timbo, being serious though, was the Premier League really better just being passed around between United, Arsenal and Liverpool for the rest of time? Well, I mean, we've had Leicester. We've had a few interesting bits. Greetings from Kenya. Lots of love. Lots of love to Nairobi. Foxy, this suspended transfer ban every year for Chelsea is a joke though. Fines do nothing when they have crazy money anyway. Doesn't really punish them. The thing is though, who are they actually punishing? I feel like it's harsh when it's not them who actually did it. They've self-reported. I feel like that's all you can reasonably expect of new owners. So who are they actually punishing? The people who did the crime, they've got away. They've got away. That's happened. That's gone now. So there is no punishment to be made. I think they have to be lenient in that respect. How do you reckon Maresca will get on with City this season? They keep showing that woman with that dog. It's a lovely dog, mind. It's like a toy poodle. City of Northville, they also don't have crazy money. I honestly think they soft-pedalled it this time because they fear for Chelsea's sustainability. Yeah, there is real trouble with Chelsea as well. Long-term, isn't there? Financially, they are in some real trouble. They might not even be able to keep things going. I mean, Mudryk back in now. It looks like they're going to try and incorporate him in the side just so they're able to get some money for him. Ferk, do you watch the MLS? Occasionally, very occasionally. Ultimately, it's a league that's not really on at very good times here in the UK. So I don't get to watch a huge amount of it, but I tend to watch the highlights here and there. But yeah, I've watched a fair bit of it, but not like loads. I don't mind watching it. We've probably watched more Argentinian and Brazilian football on this channel, on Matchday Tavern and on Premier League Dad before it. We've probably watched more South American football than we have North American. Goal Falkirk. Yes, Dave. Assad Merchant. Thoughts on Vinny potentially joining Arsenal? He isn't joining Arsenal, mate. Zuber, who do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, sir. Who do you support? Tranmere down the right-hand side. Ball knocked out to Charlie Whittaker again, is it? Conlon was the player replaced by Tom Ince, by the way. And Okoro came on for Finley. Zane Okoro. Another player who's on loan at Tranmere. This is him making his debut. Oh, that's got to be 3. That's an absolutely shocking miss again. Charlie Whittaker. Oh, it's a fabulous ball in. Who crosses that? Absolutely incredible ball in. Who puts the cross in here? Is that Okoro? Oh, it is. The young man, Zane Okoro's just put an absolute Beckham-esque ball in. Right-footed, in-swinger, totally in that corridor of uncertainty between the goalkeeper and the centre-backs. No chance at all for the keeper. And, Charlie Whittaker, he runs in. He's got a tap in. If he hits the target, he scores it, and somehow he contrives to smash it wide. And it should be 3-1 Tranmere. Last 20 minutes here. It really should be 3-1. Sal Shepke, what do you think of Liverpool's window so far? Uninspiring, in a word. Timbo, I think a lot of the outrage of the Chelsea verdict is from people who hate us anyway. No punishment would have sufficed apart from us being liquidated. It's a little bit like City in that respect, isn't it? But I think with City, there is maybe more of a call for an actual punishment because they are the owners who have been guilty of whatever they have been allegedly guilty of. Social 0123, you don't that. You're a fraud. Do you want to try again, mate? You've tried a few times now. You want to give it another whirl? Let's try and land on some actual English, if you can. Something I can understand, at least. I can't deal with that. Norgard to Everton. That's a Moyes signing, if ever there was one. Catherine, are we doing the York game? I'm not going to be doing the York game, no. Evening, ZQXV. How's it going? How's it going, Jimmy? 2-1 Tranmere, 20 minutes to go. Did you see the Brescia news? Another historic club. Oh, Brescia haven't gone, have they? Oh, someone was telling me that that Boa Vista have been rescued now, which is brilliant. Brilliant news. I was gutted when we heard about Boa Vista. But, yeah, Brescia. Jesus Christ. So many. Again, I'm sure there'll be a Phoenix club and they will be salvaged in some way. Okay, it's another change here for Tranmere. Mega impressed by Zane Okoro. It is Ironside who's gone off this time, and Courtney Baker-Richardson has come on. And Lee O'Connor's gone off as well, the defender. On comes ex-Everton defender Lewis Warrington. Lewis Warrington, once upon a time, played for Everton at Anfield against Liverpool in the Premier League, if I remember rightly as well. 114 years now extinct. Good grief. Sad. Very sad. George, I'm going to get going now. Need to have dinner and shower, then I'll be off to watch Arsenal. Hey, good to see it, George. Well, listen, enjoy the game. Enjoy Girona. Maybe we'll see you before the Betis game. Obviously, I'll be watching the Betis game. But yeah, enjoy it, mate. It's a beautiful part of the world, that. So really enjoy it. Tranmere driving into the 6-yard area, and Nils Ramming comes out and clears it away. I think we'll see this more often. I really hope not. It's very sad, but it does seem like fiscal responsibility's just gone out the window with a lot of club owners nowadays. Take it easy, Catherine. Thank you so much for coming in. Again, if you're new around here, do us a favour. Hit like on the video before you leave the tavern and give us a subscribe if you fancy popping in for these games again in future. We do all different types of games. Yesterday, we did a fantastic Dundee United Rangers match, the opening game of the Scottish Premiership. It was a fantastic game, actually. And this one's been a good one as well. Tranmere Rochdale, first game in the Carabao Cup. We're doing Liverpool Leeds tomorrow. We're going to be doing Celtic Dundee on Monday, and then back into Europe on Tuesday with Shamrock Rovers against Ignatia. I am shamed to say that we're going to be watching Arsenal in a pre-season friendly on Wednesday. Arsenal playing my beloved Real Betis. But honestly, there is nothing. Oh, that's shocking defending from Tranmere again. Rochdale in the area. Hit it. Oh, they're all at sea here, Tranmere. And just about got away. Zane Okoro does well. And there's definite ability with that lad. I like him. Lovely long ball over the top. Here he is again. Zane Okoro. Watch him. I'm telling you, I like this lad. There's ability here. Drives into the area. Great run. No, good defending. Very good defending from Bilongo there at fullback. But there's ability. I like this lad. I do like him. Timbo, I'm barred from the tavern because apparently you're not allowed to walk in wearing a Chelsea shirt and nothing else. Would you be willing to make a donation to charity if Vinny joins Arsenal? Yeah, I'll make a donation to charity. Sure, why not? Why not? All for a good cause and that. But he isn't going to. Will you make a donation to me If he doesn't join Arsenal, you make a donation to me and I'll donate your money to charity. How's about that? Federal Scottish Union, long live the Dale. ZQXV, you watching any of our pre-season games, Key, to watch Yisler ball before the first game of the season? No, I absolutely will not be. But we will watch, I'm sure, Liverpool v Newcastle. I'm definitely going to be watching the opening game of the season. We'll do a watch-along for that. I'm doing 4 games on the opening Saturday of the season. That one's going to be manic, by the way. We've got the 21st of August is Arsenal versus Coventry. Friday night, 8 p.m. kickoff. Another change for Tranmere. And it is going to be... Who's going off here? Turnbull off and Faulkner on. Yeah, 21st, we've got Arsenal Coventry, 8 p.m. Friday night. Premier League kicks off. 22nd, we're doing Hull v Man United, 12:30 kickoff, followed immediately by Everton versus Palace at 3 p.m. Then we're going to be doing Brentford versus Spurs at 5:30 p.m. And then possibly, I don't know yet, but I might do, Espanyol versus Real Madrid, 8:30 p.m. So 4 games on the 22nd, starting with Hull and Man United, Everton Palace, Brentford Spurs, and finishing up with Espanyol Real Madrid in La Liga. All of those games you can watch with me if you fancy it. That's the sort of variety you'll get on this channel. Selchep Key, can we say I got it right about Slot? Told you near Christmas time he has to go, and you told me I didn't know what I was talking about. How did that work out? You still don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, you still don't know what you're talking about. I still think it was the wrong decision to sack him. I still believe it was the wrong decision to sack him, and I'm absolutely gutted that they did. Taylor, how's it going, Key? Good to see you. I'm leaving to go to Spain on the 15th. Nice, enjoy, mate. We're going to be doing Betis, Arsenal versus Betis on Wednesday. Rochdale driving forward. Last 15 minutes for Dale to turn this round. Tranmere pick it up on the far side again with the young man Zayn Okoro, but he loses it, out-muscled, and now Dale are starting to pen Tranmere back into their own penalty area a bit. They've had most of the possession in this game anyway. Bobby McLennan, why do Rochdale always lose? Give it time. Great run into the penalty area, but great defensive work again from Senior. Fabulous stuff from Joel Senior. The Tranmere right back did really, really well there. And unfortunately, Devante Rodney just couldn't quite get past him. Federal Scottish Union. I've got a career mode with the Dale in FIFA 22. And we made it to win the EFL 2, EFL 1, Championship, Carabao, Papa John's, FA Cup, Conference and Europa League. Nice. Good lad. Why do you need so many phones, mate? The burner phones, mate. It's my part-time job. Everton agree deal to sign Christian Norgard from Arsenal. Well, that's probably the trigger. There you go. Fabrizio Romano has announced Christian Norgard from Arsenal to Everton. That's the one, isn't it? That's the one that sees Bruno Guimaraes go to Arsenal now. They don't sell Norgard unless Bruno's coming in. So yeah, there's the first signing for Arsenal, really, of note. Christos Solis, I can't imagine he'll get too much footy. But yeah, Bruno Guimaraes replacing Norgard. Not sure how you'd feel if you were Zubamendi. What a run that is. That's brilliant. And Okoro's in. If he can get the ball in, great defending from Rochdale, and no, the referees give a free kick. Okoro's been really lively since he's come on. Really, really good. Enjoyed watching him. He'll be lively for Tranmere this season. I think it's a good loan for him. He's come in from Coleraine. He did have a spell at Lincoln. Originally came through the Bournemouth Academy. Bournemouth, Lincoln. He went to Coleraine. And he's now on loan from Lincoln. But, yeah, very, very good player. Looks a prospect. Mr. Al-Shamari, how are you going, sir? What's your next watch-along? It's tomorrow night, Liverpool versus Leeds. Labby says, problem was Mikel didn't trust him. Who's Zubamendi? I just don't think Zubamendi... I can't see Lewis Skelly getting too many... I think you're going to end up losing Lewis Skelly. If you bring in Bruno Guimaraes, I think you lose Lewis Skelly. Ollie, will you be doing National League games? Yes, we did National League games last year. So, yeah, we'll absolutely be covering National League games throughout the season. League 1, League 2, Championship, Premier League. We'll be covering as many as we can throughout the season. We always do 40 to 50 games every single month. Minimum 40 watch-alongs every single month. Especially on a weekend, you'll find on a Saturday we tend to do at least 2 or 3. Same on a Sunday, and then 1 a day at least through the week as well. Bobby McLennan, Rochdale till I die, even though they get on my nerves sometimes. Well, they've had all the ball today. They just haven't really done a whole lot with it. Tranmere have defended relatively well. It's over to Rodney again on this left-hand side. Can't quite reach it. And it's going to be a throw-in, which Joel Senior will take. Skelly's been class in midfield. Hope we keep him. I know, but he's not going to get the opportunity, is he? If you've got Rice, and you've got Bruno Guimaraes, and you've got Zubamendi, I just think Lewis Skelly's the easiest of the 4 to leave out. And he's not going to be happy coming off the bench every now and then. I'm sure he'll want better. Do you do Scottish League 1 games for Ross County? I don't. I did Ross County when they got relegated by Livingston. That was the last Ross County game we did. It was a fabulous game as well. Was it 5-4, that one? We did that game on Premier League Dad, which is the other channel that I have. But yeah, Matchday Tavern is where all the watch-alongs are. So hopefully if you like and you subscribe, then you'll see these popping up on your feed again in future. I think we should flip. We could flip Zubi for a profit. I don't think you're going to get a profit out of him, but because I don't know where you'd sell him to. I just don't know where you'd sell him to. Sal Shep, sorry, Key, but do you see Slot getting a big job again? Approve. Liverpool fans just can't take to him. Reminds me of Rafa at Chelsea. It's not that Liverpool fans couldn't take to him. I think that modern football fans in general are just impatient whoppers. I'll say that. I honestly, I cannot get on board with football fans wanting to change their manager every 5 minutes, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if Areola's gone inside 12 months as well. Keith Bezic says, in fairness to Rovers, we had double figures of players injured for the whole of the second half of the season, had to bring in a load of loanees to make up the numbers, and the whole thing became a mess. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't, obviously, the end of the season must have been a nightmare for Rovers fans, and like I said, that run, 1 win in 15 games, and the big win coming right towards the end of the season to keep them up is really, really important, isn't it? And must have been a nervy end for Rovers fans. Last 7 minutes at Prenton Park. Rochdale need a goal. They're in the area here. Great tackle. Fantastic tackle from Lewis Warrington. And it goes behind for a corner to Rochdale. Excellent defending that. Really, really good. Ollie Marley, have you done your FPL? Yes, FPL's all done. You can go and join the league, no problem. It's right there on the description. Whipped in from Dale. Far post strike. Oh, it's third. It's in. It's 2-2. Oh, my goodness me. It's Silcott Dewberry, the young man who came through the Chelsea Academy. I tell you what, Dale have snatched it late on, 85th minute. And Harrison Mail, I tell you what, there was questions in the first half over whether or not he should have saved the Rochdale first goal. I don't think he had a chance with the first goal. It wasn't something you'd expect any keeper to save. But that one, I think he has to. It comes through bodies, but it's straight at him. It's a corner, and it bounces twice before it gets to him. Oh, yeah, keeper's got to save that. Keeper has to save that. It's a corner it's a long, high, floated corner, bounces through, and Silcott Dewberry, he just gets a shot on target. It's It's a bit of a nothing shot on the half volley, side-footed, straight at the keeper, and Harrison Mail gets two hands on it, pushes it onto the crossbar and into his own net. It is going to go down as a Silcott Dewberry goal, but I think he should do a bit better there. Harrison Mail, 2-2, and it looks like we're going to go to extra time. Yeah, bad keeping, Lewis. I agree, mate. I agree. Christian Norgard to Everton. Yeah, we've just seen. Romano announced it. Sal Shep, who finishes higher, United or Liverpool? It's a silly question, mate, in honesty, because it's still a month of the window left. So it entirely depends on who both sides sign. Right now, it would be United. If the window slammed shut right now, Man United would finish above us. But, obviously, remains to be seen. Liverpool hoping to sign another 3 or 4. That might change things. Wiggy Waggo says, my 3-2 is still on. Come on, lads. Well, 4 minutes plus injury time. Let's see. Three-star, wish Mr. Marinakis stopped penny pinching deals for Diamand and Reed. Not completed yet as he haggles over 2 million on each deal. But pays the full price for Sarr and then loans him Olympiacos. Yeah, that was mad. I thought that. Gustavo Sarr going to Olympiacos for a year. That's a big old move, that. From it's from Alicao, isn't it? The Portuguese side you've picked him up from. Talented player, Gustavo Sarr. But it's a weird move that he's going to go to Olympiacos. I thought maybe Forest could have done with him. He would have been good backup for someone like Gibbs White this season. Free kick to Rochdale on the right-hand side. This is nervy now. This really is nervy. It was a foul from the golden boy of Tranmere at the minute. Certainly today, Charlie Whittaker. He brought down the Rochdale winger on the right-hand side. I think it might have been Rodney, actually. Charlie Whittaker's been booked for that tackle. And it's a free kick to Dale. 3 minutes to go to full time, or 3 minutes to go to the 90. And then extra time or injury time. East is going to take the free kick. It's going to be a left-footed in-swinger. East, who scored in the first half, left-footed in-swinger. A goal here completely breaks hearts. Ball whipped in. Good header away again by Lewis Warrington. Tranmere come away and they get a free kick as well. Ross County are winning against Peterhead. Nice. Reese, Dale. Mr. Al-Shamari, what do you think about Somerville moving to Saudi at just 24? Such a shame, isn't it, Key? Yeah, I mean, I always do feel a bit peculiar when a player leaves at that age to go to Saudi. You don't go to Saudi unless you're going for the cash. There's no real reason to go to Saudi at that age. I think that's a real waste. You should be spending your prime football year. And plus, I feel like once you've gone to Saudi at 24, no team in Europe will touch you. Like, no big team in Europe will touch you. Because you went there with a very clear... At 24 as well. Why would you go there at 24? Key, who's captain after Bruno? I like Chow or Hall for captain. I don't think it'll be Hall for the reason that I think he probably is actively looking to move on. Chow, maybe. Do you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if you gave it to someone like Dan Burn initially as like a short-term, he's your club captain because he's one of the fans. He's the obvious choice. He's just been the World Cup with England. He'll play most games. Dan Burn is probably the obvious choice for me. And then, you know, there's no real doubts over Dan Burn as Newcastle captain. He's exactly what you'd want. He's a fan on the pitch, isn't he? And he'll play like a leader. The only question mark is whether or not he's in your best starting 11. So you'd need a good vice-captain. And maybe your vice-captain is someone like, I don't know, Jacob Ramsey. You've just spent big money on Jacob Ramsey. You might even go and sign someone else, like Jordan Henderson's just gone to Chelsea. I guarantee Jordan Henderson, before the season is out, will captain Chelsea at some point. Yeah, Jordan Henderson will wear that armband at some point. Key, who does the winner of this match play? It's Bradford, mate. Yeah, Bradford, and it plays on the 8th of August. There's 9 added minutes at the end of second half. Football, 9 minutes of injury time, and Petit's going off here now for Rochdale. He's only been subbed on not that long ago, but it looks like he's going to have to hobble off, Casey Petit. Came on 15 minutes ago, but yeah, he's getting subbed off in injury time. Is it straight to pens, Key, or extra time as well? I think it's extra time. Oh, it goes straight to penalty. Sorry, it does. Yeah, it goes straight to pens. Straight to pen. Look at that. We're going to get a penny shootout then. I hope there's no goals now. Come on, let's get it. I like. We're getting our first penalty shootout of the season on the 1st of August. No other watch-along channel's giving you that. 1st of August, we're getting a penny shootout. Love that. I mean, technically, we did one the other day, didn't we, for Bohemians? Bulls against Balkany. 3-star, got to go, Key, shopping is it. No worries, mate. You unpack your shopping. I'll see you tomorrow. Long ball forward. Tranmere flick on. Here we go. Big chance. Oh, it was him again. Zane Okoro. The young lad on the right-hand side just couldn't quite get any power in his shot. And it just p-rolls towards the goalkeeper who's got an easy claim. Nils Ramin. 2 young goalkeepers. Harrison Mayle, who is, well, he's 25. He's maybe not as young as Nils Ramin, but 25, still relatively inexperienced as a professional goalkeeper. And Nils Ramin, 19 years of age. He is in goal for Rochdale today. And those 2 are going to be very, very important in this upcoming penalty shootout, assuming we make it that far. 94 minutes on the clock. Charlie Whittaker doing great work again. There was a claim for a penalty there on Tom Ince. He was screaming for a penalty, actually, Tom Ince there. Should it have been a pen? Do you know what? Actually, that might have been a penalty for Rovers. Oh, I think Rovers might have been robbed here. I really think Rovers might have been robbed there. Tom Ince gets in the area, and it does look there for me as a neutral. I haven't got a horse in the race here. I think he gets dragged down. I think that's a penalty. Referees waved it away. Looks like didn't want the headache of giving that one with 4 or 5 minutes to go. So it is looking like it's going to go to penalties. Rochdale have now got it up the other end. I tell you what, if Rochdale now go and score, if Rochdale somehow contrive to score in the next 5 minutes, oh my God, if you're Darrell Clarke, you'll be pulling your hair out. You'll be fizzing at that referee because that looked like a penalty to me. That looked like a penalty on Tom Ince. Rochdale got the ball in just outside the Rovers penalty area, back to the halfway line. Here's Bilongo. Dale play it long. And defended comfortably by Lewis Warrington again. Four minutes left. 4 minutes to a penalty shootout. I wonder if they're going to show that penalty appeal again, because I want to see that back from another angle. To me, honestly, I think Tom Ince might have been quite unfortunate not to get a penalty there. And if it does transpire that Rovers go out, maybe it was... it's what... Oh, that's terrible. Devante Rodney's got to do better. Picks the ball up on the right-hand side, drives forward, but he's got lead in his boots and the touch is just so heavy. Tranmere now up the other end of the pitch. They're pushing for a late winner. What a ball that is! What a strike! What a save from Ramin. It's a corner kick. Oh, 3 minutes to go. Excellent effort that. Nearly. Very, very nearly. Fabulous football. Really, really good football. The dummy run. And I think it was... Who was it who actually had the strike there? I think it might have been... I think it was Davis again, was it? I think it might have been Jordan Davis. He's had a great game today, by the way. On his debut. Corner kick to Rovers. Far post. Devante Rodney heads it away. Back in by Tranmere. It's going to go behind again for another corner to Rovers. Last 2 minutes. 2 and a bit minutes of injury time. Corner kick. Tom Ince goes over to take it. 2-2 at Prenton Park. Final couple of minutes before a potential penalty shootout to see who makes it in to the next round of the Carabao Cup. It's another corner headed away at the near post by Ebanks Landell. Oh, it was Bilongo, sorry. Bilongo. How's it going, Joe? Good to see you. By the way, Key, you've mixed up the Carabao Cup animation with the Scottish Premiership. Have I? Oh, don't say that. Strike! Oh, just wide. Just wide. I've messed up the Carabao Cup with the Scottish Premiership. What do you mean? How have I? Oh, on the table. Oh, it's not even my doing that. That's not even my fault, that one, but I'll turn it off. Sorry, there you go. You won't see that again now. Right, you got 60 seconds or so left here. It's a goal kick to... Well, it's not a goal kick. It's a free kick, which Harrison Mail is going to take. Deep in Rovers' half. Knocks it long. Tom Ince with the flick on. And Ebanks Landell pumps it up the other end of the pitch. Anywhere will do for Rochdale as we enter the last 60 seconds of injury time before this penalty shootout. Greetings from Lima, Peru. Hey, lots of love to Lima, Peru. How's it going, Mauricio? Ollie, can you show the penalty shootout? I'm sorry, mate. I really can't. I'm not being funny. I would love to. I would love nothing more than to show you the penalty shootout. Because if I did, I'm sure I would get great views and I would get great numbers and I would get, brilliant subscribers and all. It'd be fantastic. I can't do it. If I did it, the channel gets banned. Literally like that. They pay AI systems which track and can show live broadcasts. And as soon as you show a live broadcast, you're gone. So I'd love to. I really would love to. I'm not being a funny ass. I just can't do it. Because it immediately would just shut down. Cohen, is it pens? It will be pens. It looks like it's going to go to pens. The referee's already looking at his watch. It's past the 9 minutes of added on time at the end of the second half. It's Tranmere 2, Rochdale 2. And it looks like we are going to be going to penalties at Prenton Park. It's been a great game. Honestly, I've enjoyed the game. I think it has been a meaningful watch. I've enjoyed it. Hopefully you have too. If you're new around here, we are going to cover lots more Carabao Cup games over the next couple of weeks. Bristol City versus Walsall potentially next week after we do Jagiellonia versus Rangers in the Champions League. We've got Middlesbrough versus Wrexham on Friday. QPR versus Millwall as well on the 8th. And Plymouth versus Exeter in the Cornish Derby. That's a Carabao Cup game on the 10th of August. So lots and lots of Carabao Cup football coming up. We've also got PSG versus Aston Villa in the Super Cup on the 12th. Plus the opening game of the Championship. Wolves versus Blackburn, 14th of August. What a game that's going to be. Sahil, whoever wins, play Bradford. Yes. There you go. Referee's blown up. It is full time and it is going to be a penalty shootout. Here we go. Here we go. First penny shootout of the season. Domestic club season. Right. Who wants one? Who wants a penalty? I think you've got to look at the team that's out there for Tranmere and say you'd expect Charlie Whittaker to take one. You'd certainly expect Davis to take one. Both of those have had really good games. Tom Ince, I'm sure, would want one. Baker Richardson, Courtney Baker Richardson's obviously experienced centre forward. You'd want him to take one. And maybe the young lad as well, Zayn Okoro, I think, who's, to a credit, done really well since he's come on. He's a young lad, but you know, I think he's got ability. He would be a really, really good one to take a pen. Saying that, maybe even someone like Lewis Warrington. I think Lewis Warrington, he's composed, he's good on the ball. Wouldn't mind Lewis Warrington taking one for Rovers. For Dale, again, they've got plenty of options. Deezer is still on the East. Francis. Maybe Silcott Dewberry, of course, who finished his chance really well. Devante Rodney, of course. Petit had to go off. So, yeah. But it's you know, it's about whether or not Harrison Mail and Nils Ramming can actually keep some of these out. Darrell Clarke just getting the numbers. Who wants to take one, lads? Who wants to take one? Same for Ian Watson at the other end with Dale. Reese, we need Ramming to turn into Watmuff here. And Ollie says, if Tranmere get through and play Bradford away, what's your score prediction? And if Rochdale do, what's your score prediction? I'll be honest, I'd fancy Bradford in both games for that one. All right, there you go. Tom Ince and Ebanks Landell flipping for which end? Who, I think it is going to be... Is it going to be Rovers to take first? Yeah, I think it is, and it's going to be down that end. It's going to be down that end. To the left, as you look at the pitch. Yeah, it is. It's as the camera is pointed at the dugouts at Prenton Park, it's down the left-hand side. And it's also where the sun is shining as well, so it might present a problem, actually, for Mail and Ramming. It might just present a little issue for them. They might be after some caps. And it's also down the end of the pitch, by the way, where there is no fans. No fans behind the nets at that end. There you go, the keeper's just having a little natter. Goalkeepers union. The referee's having a little word of warning with him and saying, listen, any chance, lads, stay on your line. For the love of God, don't. If you give me a chance, I'll retake the penalty. You can't be coming off your line. Here we go. Penalty shootout. First up is Rovers. Who's going to take the first one? It's Jordan Davis on his debut. Has already scored once today. A really good goal to put Rovers 2-1 in front. Here's the penalty. Left-footed. Jordan Davis. Brilliant penalty. Fabulous penalty. Excellent. Danny Welbeck's joined Chelsea. There you go. Officially confirmed. Callum, do you think United will get Lewis Hall? Do you know what? It wouldn't surprise me, Callum. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Cost a fair bit, though, won't he? Here we go. Deezer first penalty taker for Rochdale. Harrison Mail giving him a little bit there. Harrison Mail's having some. Right-footed, Deezer versus Harrison Mail. It's a big old run up. Save! It's there. It's a big save. Harrison Mail pushes it away. Tranmere 1, Rochdale 0. Advantage Rovers. Advantage Rovers. Do you think Norgard will be any good at Everton? Yeah, I don't see why not. He's a good player. Decent player. Right, here we go. Zaina Koro next up. Right-footed. Big save from young Ramin. Nils Ramin makes the save, and that's exactly what Dale needed. Fabulous save. It was a low down to his right penalty. It was actually not a bad penalty at all, but it's a really good save from the big, tall Swedish lad. Now Ebanks Landell for Rochdale. If he scores, he can level things up. Again, Harrison Mail. He's having a referee saying, get back on your line. He's giving it to him, isn't he? Anything to put him off. Harrison Mail in the ear of Ebanks Landell. Right-footed. The veteran centre-half. It's a short run-up. Here we go. Oh, he's dragged it wide. He's dragged it wide. 2 penalties taken by Rochdale, both missed. And it's 1-0 after 2 penalties each. Tranmere in front. Deezer Oveway goes out to console Ebanks Landell. I mean, to be fair, he's the other one that missed, so his other teammates probably looking at him and saying, come on, lad, it can't be you to comfort him. Here we go. Left-footed for Tranmere. It's going to be Tom Ince to take the 3rd penalty and put him 2-0 in front. He's hit the post. He's not. He's hit the post after a big save from Ramin. And it's out. It's there. It's 3 penalties for Tranmere. Only 1 scored. Terrible set to penalties so far. But I tell you what, this young lad, he's done well. There's a couple of big saves. Tom Ince, shake of the head. Not a happy bunny. Goodness gracious me. Now Harrison Mail's turn, and it's Francis. Rochdale's number 14, Francis, left-footed against Harrison Mail to level things up if he can. If he can score here, it levels things up at 1-1 after 3 pens each. Francis, saved. Oh, keeper! It squeezed under him. He saved it. He'd saved it, but it squeezed under him. Shocking that from Harrison Mail. It's not a great penalty. It's really not a great penalty, but it is 1-1. Oh my God. I can't believe that. I cannot believe what I've just witnessed. It's a terrible penalty from Francis, and somehow it's gone in. It's 1-1 after 3 penalties each. One goal, 2 missed. Now it's Charlie Whittaker, the golden boy of Rovers. Here we go, right-footed against Nils Ramin, who's had a great penalty shootout so far. He's hit the crossbar and out. Oh my God. We've had 4 penalties from Rovers. Only 1 scored. And now, bizarrely, Rochdale can take the lead. There's actually a check. Is there a check here from... I thought the ref might have been having a check as to whether or not that went in, because it hit the bar and bounced down, but it isn't. It isn't a goal. Charlie Whittaker smashes the crossbar, bounces down and out. And it's 1 goal out of 4 penalties for Tranmere, and Rochdale could take a massive stride to the next round here. Harrison Mail against number 11, Silcott Dewberry. For Rochdale, right-footed. There you go, 2-1. 2-1. Dale in front. Last penalty. This is it. Sudden death now. Sudden death. I can't believe we've had three penalties scored, 5 missed out of 8. Right, here we go. This one has to go in for Rovers. Has to go in. Nils Ramin has been incredible. Absolutely incredible. He's done really, really well. It's Baker Richardson versus the young Swedish keeper. Right-footed, short run up. He's skied it. They're out. He's absolutely skied it. Chris waddled it. It's out of Prenton Park, that kick. Oh, no. I tell you what, do you know what? Nils Ramin, fair play to him, the young lad. The young Swedish keeper's done his team proud there, and Brighton will be made up with that. But Rochdale go through, Rovers out on penalties. And for such a long time there, it really did look like Rovers were going through on pens. It was a shocking, shocking penalty shootout. It really was. 9 penalties, 6 missed. Craziness. Craziness. Carl says we are shit, shouldn't be struggling to get a result against these at home. It's going to be interesting to see how these two go against each other next season, or this coming season rather, in the league. But yeah, absolutely mad. Absolutely mad. Right. Well, there you go. We are full time now. Rochdale through on penalties. 2-1 on penalties. Really appreciate everyone in the chat. Thank you so much. If you're new around here, consider liking, subscribing. It helps me massively. You know, pop up on your feed again in future. We do cover League 1, League 2, Championship, Carabao Cup games throughout the season. I cover 1 game a day, at least 1 watch along every single day. That's the whole purpose of this channel, the Matchday Tavern. It's a great community of football fans. Whoever you support, great bunch of people who support all different types of clubs. I'm a Liverpool fan, but don't hold that against me. I love watching football. That's the main thing. That's what unites us all. And yeah, we have a laugh watching footy together. So if that's your thing and you like these watch-alongs, then consider liking and subscribing. If not, I appreciate you coming in today anyway. Have a lovely day, whatever you're doing for the rest of your Saturday. I will be back tomorrow for at least 1 watch-along. I'm definitely going to be doing Liverpool versus Leeds, which is a friendly at 9 o'clock in the US. It's Liverpool's final US tour friendly, but I might do the early game, Hibs against Motherwell. Hibs against Motherwell is an early kickoff tomorrow, so we'll see. Maybe I'll do that one. But anyway, listen, really appreciate you all. Thanks again. Hit the like on your way out, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take it easy. Have a nice day. Ta-da.